Hello! Welcome to Star Trek Adventures Shadows and Starlight. We are Massive Damage Adventures, usually the one-shot actual play podcast. Right now, a Twitch stream. I'm Meric Moir, my pronouns are he, him, I am the GM. Welcome to our finale. Yay, everybody celebrate, it's a cool finale. I want to acknowledge today that this game is being streamed from Treaty 6 territory. What is now known as Edmonton, Alberta, is a traditional meeting ground, gathering place, and traveling route for Cree, Nakota Sioux, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Dene, and Métis people. Tomorrow is Canada's first National Truth and Reconciliation Day. Establishing this federal holiday, statutory holiday, was one of 94 calls to action that were outlined in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Tomorrow is also Orange Shirt Day, which honors the children who survived Canada's residential school program and remembers the kids who did not. There were 140 federally run residential schools which ran in Canada, and the last school only closed 23 years ago. Survivors advocated for recognition and reparations and demanded accountability for the lasting legacy of harms caused, which is why we now have Orange Shirt Day. There is a lot of work that we as a nation and communities need to do to ensure equity for everyone who lives here, and it is important to recognize that. So, that is Truth and Reconciliation Day tomorrow here in Canada. We are going to play this lovely game on this wonderful land that we have and be thankful and humble.
Yay.
So, if we could go around and introduce players and characters. Cierra, you always get to start.
Hello, I'm Cierra Wilson. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them. My character is Lieutenant Commander Ag-Ala Nobogh, the Klingon Chief Engineering Officer.
Hi. Excuse me. I am David Hughes, he, him. This evening I'll be playing as the character Lieutenant Commander Davor Chumak. I am the Andorian Chief of Security.
Hello, my name is Grace Struth, my pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Lieutenant Commander Iris, the hologram flight controller aboard ship.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Joyeh Nonat, a part-time security officer, part-time bartender, who is ready to destroy this house.
Good luck.
Hi, I'm Alex. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Chief Medical Officer Lieutenant Meezra Bars, the fiery redhead Trill officer. I am going to be very happy to be out of this house and back on our cozy ship.
Who knows? Maybe you don't get out.
Oh dear. This is the last episode. Who knows?
It is. Anything can happen.
Poor Meezra comes to the house twice, dies.
Yeah, this is my third time in the house.
Okay, as always, this stream is sponsored by Roll20. Thank you, Roll20. We love you very much.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
If you viewers, listeners, whatever, also like Roll20, you should definitely go today or tomorrow to their marketplace and pick up The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, because it is 40% off until the end of September. So it's $29.99. On October 1st, it goes back up to like $49.99 or whatever it is, American. So if you want that adventure to play a D&D fairy tale, Feywild carnival, you should pick it up now rather than later. This is also, like we've said a couple of times, the finale, which means we have a whole bunch of giveaways. We are doing 4 giveaways tonight, and everybody who wins a giveaway will get a $10 gift card to Modiphius Entertainment, which right now, again, today and tomorrow, I don't know what's up, end of September, they're ending this thing as well. You can go and pick up the previous edition of Achtung Cthulhu, 6th edition Call of Cthulhu, or Savage Worlds. You can grab the physical copies if there are any left, or big bundles of PDFs for like a heavily discounted price. It's like $15 US or £10 Great Britain, depending on what site you're going on. And every dollar or pound that they make from this, they are matching to National Park Rescue. So, you know, as they've been saying on social media for the last week, fight Cthulhu, punch Nazis, and save elephants. Again, only available until tomorrow. So if you win that $10 gift card, go and buy some old Achtung Cthulhu PDFs. Monte Cook Games. They've, as for every episode of this Twitch stream, they gave us a $25 gift card to give away, and you can go to their web store and pick up any of a million things. Also keep an eye on their stuff because they have a new Kickstarter coming for 5th edition called 5th edition D&D called Path of the Planebreaker. So there is literally a big angry moon shattering its way through all of the various planes of D&D, and you get to go adventure on it. Our third giveaway, big one, will be 1 month of Roll20 Pro membership. So thanks again, Roll20, for giving that to us to give away. As a Pro member on Roll20, you'll get dynamic lighting and a whole bunch of expanded storage space and lots of extra super cool features, including a monthly free thing from the community, which is super cool. Last but not least, of course, once again from Monte Cook Games, 1 copy of The Darkest House. The game that we are playing tonight, mashed together with Star Trek, is on giveaway. It's a $45 US value. It's a digital product that lets you play this super cool horror game yourself. And if you've been with us this entire time and seen all of the super cool things that we've been doing, I'll let you know that you've only seen about 1/5 of the content, probably less. There's a whole bunch of sections in the house that I did not touch, and the stuff that we did do, I modified. So you and your players will get something pretty cool and some quite a few surprises if you get The Darkest House. All right, that's all the announcements. Gonna roll the intro video. We're back. Hello. Welcome. We're gonna start. So, if you didn't watch last week's episode, our characters were back in the Darkest House, and for the first time, They were not kicked out at the end. So we're picking up immediately in it. You know what? We are picking up immediately in it. But, of course, we have a little bit of housekeeping to
Housekeeping.
do. Because, of course, Commander Zach Dunn and Lieutenant Commander Jernicol Rami are not here, but we have Lieutenant Commander Davor Chumak and Lieutenant Commander Iris. So, David.
Yes, sir.
Would Davor Chumak have been checking the house out on his own?
Oh, absolutely. Davor Chumak loves the house. Wants to just be with the house. Maybe in like a relationship. I mean,
we've tried
like
telling the house we love it. It doesn't love us
like,
back.
Like an emotional one. Well, maybe you guys don't have the same bond with it that I do with the house.
I mean, hurtful, but...
Okay. So, you felt the call of the house. You wandered in through the holodeck on your own. You've been making your way through the halls, and there's a tug, a little bit of a pull on you when you're in, let's say, the library, and you feel yourself being drawn down the hallway against your will, and past the sort of empty room with the big double doors and down the other hallway. And when you finally get into this room where the floor is covered in bones, you can see sort of wrapped around your hands and legs these shadows that are pulling you forward. And as you're sort of pulled into the room, you can see this space, this emptiness, like a doorway, in the center of the room. And through it, you see this desolate space full of weapons and like driven into the ground, and a number of your crew members. As you're being drawn in, you see Lieutenant Commander Jernicol Rami turn around and lock eyes with you, and they smile and jump towards you. As they sort of push by, you hear them mutter, "Oh, the curator."
I think you're in love with the house.
I know what's going on with Zach Dunn, and we did potentially suggest that Joyeh might be holding Iris's, or one of Iris's, emitters. Grace, would that be all right with you?
That would be very fine with me.
Okay. So
I got you, boo.
We've got two characters.
Thanks, boo.
Yeah, we've got two characters coming in and one character going out. We'll see how this lands. We'll kick this off. The oval-shaped room where you appeared has no exits. I'm going to switch over to the large feature, and we'll show this again. It smells of steel and oil and the acrid tang of adrenaline. Empty, smashed weapon racks hang from the walls or lie about the floor. Broken weapons of all kinds. Swords, spears, knives, axes, crossbows, pistols, rifles, and more. They all lay in ruin, strewn about the chamber. A figure, clad head to toe in silver and black spiked armor, a cloak of fine chain wrapped around him, crouches on the floor, his back to you. And the rest of you have sort of been in here. Joyeh shouted, "We're Starfleet, do you need assistance?"
Gippy.
There was no response except for just menace. There's a scuffle behind you, and anyone who turns around sees Jurna Kolrami suddenly disappear, and Davor Chumak arrive.
Davor! Is that like magic?
No, I
Welcome back.
something just told me that I needed to come here, so I did.
Your security sense was tingling because I think stuff's about to go down. See the bone room?
I did see the bone room, yes. I was spending a lot of time in the library, which has far less bones than the bone room. Both of those rooms have less weapons and menace than this room, though.
Interestingly enough, in the library, you would have found a small mechanical toddler-sized humanoid underneath the desk. Looks like it's broken. Just an interesting side of fact.
So, like a doll?
Yeah, kind of
That's
like
a weird
doll.
way to describe a doll.
It's
or is
not
it a
quite
broken
doll.
humanoid?
It's
Automaton.
Yeah, automaton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did I take enough notice of it to put it on my back like a backpack?
There it
Like
is.
Yoda?
Hope not.
That's what it
Oh,
looks
no.
like.
I definitely didn't.
It doesn't have the knife anymore.
It does not have the knife anymore. The knife is gone.
Oh. I think, guys, we just lost a couple of people, and Davor's here, but, I think maybe I have someone else who could help. I'm gonna, pull the emitter out of my pocket and go, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, science.
And through the power of plot, Iris appears.
Lieutenant Commander Iris reporting for duty. Where did this child come from? Why does it look like that?
That's okay.
Who gave
It's
it a
okay.
weapon?
Wrong
It's
room.
dead. We have the weapon now. I was gonna ask who's carrying the thirsty blade or the whatever. What's it called?
The eager knife.
Eager
What's
knife.
going on?
Iowa has it.
All right. And as this conversation is happening, the figure in front of you moves just a little bit, the chainmail rustling, and in a voice like metal against metal says, "You are disturbing me."
Hi, we're
Well,
Starfleet. What's your name?
We're really sorry.
And I don't think we are the disturbing ones.
Doesn't seem to want to answer any of our questions, even if that question is, "Can we help you?"
Are they still
is it?
just kneeling and stuff?
Just kneeling, facing away from you.
Has anyone looked him in the face yet?
No.
I was just gonna suggest you do that, Davor. Thank you.
That is my job. I am the tip of the spear here at Starfleet. I will,
Just the tip.
just the tip of the spear here at Starfleet. I will. We'll see if he wants more spear later. I don't know. All right.
He's
In the
got
bone
big
room?
daddy energy.
I've gotten very distracted now. Okay,
So
so I
much
want
for
to.
boredom.
Okay, I'm going to, sort of keep my distance a little bit, and circle around until the tip of the spear is facing the man's face.
Cool. So long before you get to that point, you take a couple of steps in that direction, and he says, he slowly begins to stand, and he quietly says, "I am violence. I am bloodshed. To visit me is to court death." And he turns towards the one who's moved, towards Davor Chumak. His face is a jagged mass of blades. And his eyes are literally knives. that begin to fire out towards you. Bladed weapons, knives and daggers, and everything pointy and terrible. There is no attack roll. There's literally just damage as a wave of bladed weapons shoot towards Davor Chumak.
This person is living my dream.
Eyes that are daggers.
They weren't kidding when they said the thing that lives here in the night for one.
Blades, blades, blades.
All right. So, David, this is a damage die with a rating of 6. What that means is you roll a d6.
Okay.
Add 6. Subtract your rating, and that's how much damage you take.
Wow, so is this just like a half game today?
We are being turned into hash by his eyeball daggers.
Okay. Roll
my
a
goodness.
d6. Add 6 and subtract my overall rating.
Yep.
This wouldn't be like a survival rating, would it? Just
No.
there's a bunch of knives. Okay. So that would be 9 minus 2, 7.
7. Okay, so you take a rating 7 injury.
Sounds low. That's a small number. It's like 7 out of 1,000, right?
If the result, the result is the rating of the wound you suffer. Perhaps your armor, yada yada yada. Okay. So, your health and stuff.
Health and stuff. Favorite store.
Wound rated 1 bane per wound. If you are wounded again, roll versus most grievous wound. If you fail, you're unconscious. For every minute, you roll versus the wound. Ooh, you subtract your dooms. If you fail, you die. If you succeed, you get a doom but survive. So if you get wounded a second time, you are likely to die. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Only likely.
So the creature turns towards Davor Chumak. These blades fire out of his face, slamming into the Andorian chief of security, who is bleeding and wounded. What do the rest of you do?
I immediately run up to him and start playing medical assistance.
Oh, that's good. That's a good call.
I thought you were just going to run away. Thank you for not doing that.
Combat medic.
Combat medic. Let me just see. We're gonna go to... Oh, that's pretty good. Gonna do this one.
Oh gosh.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so medical assistance. You are going to go and try and help him. So it is a rating 7 wound. You're going to try and heal that. What is your medical type stuff?
I've got emergency medicine at 4.
This is an emergency.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And I gain a bane whenever. I gain a boon whenever attempting first aid in combat. Would that apply?
Absolutely, it would. And so, yeah, you roll 3 dice and take the 2 highest. Also rolling the house die as usual.
Damn.
Well, I rolled triple 6s for my regular dice and a 4.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
Nice.
that's 10 altogether with that.
It's simultaneously good and terrifying.
Okay,
I just
so
gave
a
you
10
the best combat medicine you could ever ask for.
Okay, I'm gonna just quickly... This is not the right book either. I'm gonna quickly look up healing, but I can't find...
All other combat medicine you'll experience from now on, just not ever measure up to this again.
Some other medic will heal you, and you're just like, ugh, this is not like that one time that Meezra.
All your healing needs are downhill from here.
I mean, Meezra is something special.
Okay. Medical aid, such as from a character with a sort of skill and appropriate equipment, allows a wounded character to attempt to recover from a wound that they failed to heal without having to wait 24 hours. Further, the healer can use their rating roll to overcome the wound's rating rather than have the wounded character. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Magical healing often just works. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you, in this, you have actually literally just come up, staunched the wounds, pulled the blades out, and Davor is able to go. David, you can erase that rating 7 wound as medical tricorder and cortical stimulator and whatnot.
Damn!
Wicked
Modern
roll,
medicine.
Alex.
Yeah. I just got slammed to the ground with the blades and then immediately bounced back up. It's like,
Just shot
The tip!
Oh, God.
I'm the tip!
I am
Okay,
the Board
Davor.
Slayer!
Time to go.
Okay, who wants to do something next? Joyeh.
Joyeh is good at hand-to-hand combat. And so she wants to try, well, because the eyes are facing Davor, she's behind. I want to try to pin the arms so that Ag-Ala can plant the dagger.
Okay. I think... So, he's not trying to, fight or combat or anything. He's just slowly raking a swath of daggers across the room towards you. So, you can run up and grab him and hold him, and that will give Ag-Ala a boon.
Yeah.
Don't try to cover his eyes.
Just don't get in there.
You will lose your fingers.
The worst game of peekaboo ever.
Grab his shield and stick it in front of his face.
All right, so you've
Do
got him.
something.
You're holding him, and Ag-Ala, do you want to go and stab with the eager knife?
Absolutely gonna run in and stab at him.
All right, and
That knife probably wants to be rejoined, either by stabbing or returning.
where is this eager knife? Yeah,
I get a boon on attacks and damage from it.
Sure
Plus, I got
do.
my rating in hand-to-hand.
yeah, that'll work. Got a boon.
2 boons.
Yeah, so 2 boons will not actually help. What it does is it just offsets a bane. So because she already has a boon on the dagger, Jen, did you want to do something else with your action?
Yes. I would then like to do tactics, and I would like to take a second, breathe in and out, and assess the situation so that maybe other people, I'll be able to direct people where to move if he looks at them, to give them boons on dodges for knife eyes.
There is no dodging. It's literally just damage. But
Okay.
I think
No,
that you
that's
can
fine.
actually have a boon on or I think you can actually have a bane on the damage roll. Yeah, because you can have Cierra has a boon on damage rolls. So let's say that you can take an action that will give somebody banes on the damage rolls.
Okay, or I could read his mind.
Could try.
I don't know if Joyeh thinks that that's the best idea.
You don't think Joyeh would think that's the best idea? She 1,000% would think that's the best idea. But I'm not. I'll do the bait thing.
Okay, so yeah, you run up beside him and start shouting out some tactics. Okay. All right. So then let's go with you, Cierra, as you go to stab with the eager knife.
We're forcibly rejoining. Here we go.
Where is his rating? Okay. Yep. Rating 6. So it's 13 that you need to hit him.
I did not. I got.
You do have the boon, right?
That gave me the extra d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got 9.
9 total? That's with your +4?
Sorry, +4.
Yeah.
My
'cause you
hand
said
to
you
hand
had-
is 3.
Oh, I thought you said your hand-to-hand was 4.
No. But I rolled 2 ones of my 3 good dice, so.
Oof.
Oh yeah, does the house have to equal and above or just above?
It has to be above.
You have to
But
succeed.
you have to succeed.
Oh, right.
Okay, so stabs with the eager knife, and
Knife not so eager.
it just like not able to get through the armor. Okay, then
Iris.
Yeah, Iris hasn't gone yet, and neither has Zach done.
Yeah, I was thinking what I'd probably do because, yeah, I feel like I would dive in front of Meezra during the whole healing business just to like defend my fellow crewmates, and I would love to pull up my phaser and attempt to get a shot off.
Yeah, for sure. You could take up a defensive position and then pull the phaser. Go ahead and take a shot.
Cool. What do I roll for that? It's been a million years since I played.
No worries. So you're going to roll 3d6. One of the d6s needs to be off color to represent the house die. And you might have a change in rating for like phaser combat. Otherwise, you just add your rating of +2. Pulling up your character sheet. No. Looks like you don't have any modified ratings for phasers. So
So just 4d6 with one of them being off color?
3d6 with one of them being off color.
3d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're only gonna roll. It's hard. You have to roll an 11 or 12 on
I
your
believe in
D6s
you!
to hit it. You can always call on the house.
I forgot.
Yeah, that was a 9. Should I call on the house?
Does so that's a 9. That's counting your +2.
Oh no, that's 11.
Okay. So how much is the house die?
3.
Okay, so if you call on the house, you will be able to deal some damage to this thing.
Yes, let's.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what the next thing on the house is. Oh no.
Instant regret.
Don't say that. Come
Instant
on.
That's
regret.
such a good reaction.
Okay, so you fire. Let's roll damage first. So you get you roll a d6, and you add 2, and you subtract its rating, which is 6.
Just the booming sounds in this room are terrifying.
And
And
the
then there's
scream.
little pew-pews.
What did you get, Grace?
Okay, so I was roll a d6 and then do what with them?
Add 2.
Okay, and then subtract 6.
Yep.
That's a -2.
Cool. So you fire at it, and your phaser hits it, and it just sort of dissipates on the armor, clearly doing no damage. Then from under your feet, there's this like sort of crack in the ground that spiderwebs out, and from the crack these dark shadows begin to rise. Everyone can feel that something terrible is getting closer, and
Something terrible's already here.
everybody will fail their next action.
I'm so sorry.
That is not your fault. It's the house's fault.
Okay.
It's okay. Just make your next action do negative damage. And then you fail that, and you do positive damage.
And Grace, if you could also add one more doom to your character sheet.
Hooray.
Do me.
And then so Zach Dunn will say, "All right, we can do this. Everybody, Starfleet doesn't surrender." And he pulls out his phaser and begins to fire. I get to roll dice.
Bet you he'll fail.
I don't get to roll dice. He fails.
So close.
Yeah, so... And no effect. Who would like to go next, and how do you narratively fail this next action? Oh, sorry. That was the end of the initiative order, which does mean that it is going to act and just continue looking along the way. And so Grace put herself between Davor and the eyes, and it turns to look at you as it's strafing across the room. So because of Joyeh's shouting tactics, you get to roll 2d6 and take the lower. You want to roll low in this particular.
Sorry, is this me or Joyeh?
You, Grace.
You, Grace, not Iris. Grace, watch out. Knives.
Specifically. So 2d6 and take the lower?
Correct.
Okay, that's a 3.
Okay, so 3, and then you add the enemy rating for the damage, so that's a 9, and then you subtract your own rating, which is a 2, so you take a rating 7 damage as you are riddled with knives.
You're going to bounce back from that.
I feel like my math said 10, but I will take the 7.
Does your math... What? No, it was a...
9 minus 2.
The rating is 6, and Meric said 9. He just sort of added it. Right.
3 on the dice, add 6 to make a 9 rating damage, but you have 2 rating to dodge. 7. Rating 7, wound.
Math checks out.
And it's just going to keep turning and, like, turreting across everybody until you're all dead, so... Who would like to do something next, and how do you fail it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that hint. We're gonna stay till it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got to run out of knife eventually, right?
Knife.
Like, how many tiny knives can he be fitting in his body, right? Okay, I'll go next and fail. This is story of my life. I will stand up and I will pull out my my Ushantor, and
it works so well against the Borg.
Yeah, a fellow master of the blade. I'll have you know, I am the Borg Slayer, and I fear no man. And I don't know. I guess I don't know how I'm going to fail this. I'll oh, I know. It'll just be really dumb. I'll just go to take a step towards them, and I'll just roll my ankle and fall down.
What if you step on a cannonball?
Sure.
there's like a mace, and you step on it and it rolls. All right.
So graceful.
Who would like to go next?
I will again try to forcibly rejoin this knife and this man. And
in holy matrimony.
Yeah.
You're slashing and fighting.
I'm slicing his knives with my knife, and it's not working out very well. But the eager knife really wants to stab.
It does. Go ahead,
Knives be knife. Nope, it's all good.
Meezra gets up and immediately tries to, like, fix Iris, but is, like, using her tricorder on human settings. It is like, wait, no, you're crap.
Oh no, I need to reprogram your matrix, not heal your bleeding. All right, Joyeh?
Joyeh is gonna try to talk it out with the guy, which has already been failing anyways. And just be like, you're the nice home. Don't you want to go home? Don't you want to go home?
Don't you?
Not
Get in your home!
your peace and serenity.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to work. for this
Fails real
particular
good.
character. Okay, and now we're back to Zach Dunn, who can take an action, and he's gonna.
Save us, Zach.
Ooh.
Do it, Zach.
Zach joins the bad guy, fights us.
Yeah, so I got
Bad guy doesn't need help.
8. Where is Zach's character? Here we go. Well, that's just really weird. Well, I guess he's all command. He's not about the shooting. I was like, he's definitely got to have phasers, right? Nope. So he gets a 10 and is unable to defeat it. And even if he added in the house die, he'd only get an 11. And so he says, all right, everybody, might be time for a tactical retreat.
Damn it, Zachary!
Next up is Lieutenant Meezra Bars. Please roll the damage you take.
Oh dear.
Not the doctor.
You say tactical retreat like there are doors.
Well, the lower is a 2, so that's 8, so 6.
So you take a rating 6. Yup. Ow. Would anybody like to take an action?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I see anything with my child eyes, like a door?
You do not. There's no doors. It just goes off into misty darkness full of weapons and racks and whatnot.
Who has the bone key?
I do.
I'm gonna yell, Meezra, try the bone key! I'll try to reason with it. Then I'm gonna read its deeper thoughts. Wow!
Okay. So
Seems like a bad idea.
your ability is just that you read its surface thoughts automatically, and then you can make a roll to try and read its deeper thoughts?
Correct.
Cool. So again, its rating is 6, so go ahead and roll your ready minds against that.
And it's just 2 dice in a house dice?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Unless you have a boon for...
Nah, dog.
Cool.
Okay. I got a 8.
8.
And I could take a doom to make that a 12, which I will.
12 would not succeed. It's rating plus 7. So...
Oh, I got to know that. I thought it was...
Yeah. Everything that this
Okay.
one does is a rating 6.
Then I got an 8.
Okay. So you can read its surface thoughts, and it isn't even, like, hungry or interested or very focused on this. All it wants to do is mete out violence. That is its pure driving force.
It doesn't want a knife, eh?
I mean, yeah, you'd be able to figure that from surface thoughts. Like, the eager knife seems to be a part of it. Like, it recognizes the knife.
Game recognizes game. Got it. Igala, maybe we just leave it and run.
But will the knife let me leave it and run?
It's not a cursed item, like, you can't put it down. You can offer it up. What the item is cursed in a way is that you're eager to do damage. You
I
like
mean,
that.
yeah. The Klingon, I'm kind of always eager to do damage anyway.
Indeed.
So, like, do you want your knife back? And then we can leave. We came here to give you your knife.
You say that?
Yes.
And,
Really? Was it just words? Because we've been saying words.
But we weren't saying the right words.
You
All
weren't
about
saying
saying the right words.
You weren't offering the knife. And it puts its hand out. And Ag Allah could place the knife in its hand if you chose. it's still currently shooting knives over your shoulder.
I don't think this guy needs another knife. That's just my opinion. You guys do what you think is best, though.
If you agree to let us leave, I will give you the knife.
There's no response. It just holds its hand out.
We are at an impasse, sir.
I mean, we're not. He has knife eyes.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Me?
Yeah, I didn't process the
I
words
was just
you
saying.
said.
I said we're not at an impasse because he has knife eyes, so he'll just kill us to take it.
I mean, fair. Fine, here, knife. I want to leave now because he's going to use this knife to hurt us.
So you place the knife in his hand, and he sort of like turns just a little bit and moves his gaze away from you, begins to kneel down, and the voice comes once again. You have my blessing. And Agala feels that you have set down the eager knife, but you have not set down the eager knife's power. You have a permanent boon on attack and damage rolls with the blessing of the spirit of violence.
Okay.
Amazing.
Look at you.
And there's no longer shooting knives everywhere. Zach puts up his phaser.
Meezra, does the key work?
Yeah, I will attempt to hold up the key in the general direction we came in.
All right.
And see if a keyhole reappears.
A keyhole does appear.
Hooray!
And as you fit the bone key into this black shadowy keyhole that appears in the air in front of you, you turn it. You see this space open up in front of you, and you look into
A different horrifying room.
a different horrifying room.
The surf shop.
And who see with knives.
Too many knives.
Oh,
Oh, I can think of one thing we may encounter that I would like to have the knife back for.
It's okay, you've got knife powers now.
through this shadowy door, you see a sitting room. A family gathering place without a family. So, just give me one sec while I show you what
We're
that
a
looks
family,
like.
everybody.
We are the family.
Oh, Hannah means family.
So, let me just zoom in. I'm going to show a cool picture.
We have a room we haven't seen yet. This is exciting.
Is it full of dolls?
There
Cool
is.
picture.
It is.
Made my
This game.
It is.
my feet hurt.
Doll room.
It is a lonely room. There's a couch sitting along one wall, with a small decorative table against another. A large, rather old-fashioned sort of desk. A small notebook on the table. And there's a family portrait hanging on the wall.
Oh. Ah.
3 down, 1 to go.
Nah.
I bet you they heard
That's fine before that.
knives out of their eyes.
There is Let's see. Right here on the side table, an old-fashioned telephone.
Ugh.
Heavy, black, rotary dial. As you step
If it starts ringing.
into the room, you hear silence.
Iris, you should probably answer the phone.
What's that ringing? What year is that? Do we even know what a rotary phone is? No.
Which is a
Depends
great
on-
time to take our break.
I was just going to say, it depends on how much holodeck time we've done, because...
So much time.
All right. So let's see if we've done the giveaway correct this time. Opening up the giveaway. Yay! So to enter the giveaway, put the word devoured into chat.
Yeah, that's ominous.
Yeah, I have concerns.
I don't know why. So please go ahead and enter the chat. Enter the giveaway in the chat. We have 4 prizes to give away. Where running down it, first prize again will be 1 copy of The Darkest House by Monte Cook Games, plus a $10 gift card to Modiphius to every one of these prize packs. $25 gift card to Monte Cook Games. 1 month of Roll20 Pro from Roll20, and then 4th person gets another $10 gift card to Modiphius. All right. Well, we're going to take a 10-minute break, so we'll be back at 2 minutes past the hour. See you then.
Woohoo.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a lovely break and you stood up and you hydrated and went to the washroom. I'm going to drink more water now. You're welcome. I'm being a role model. That's why I said you're welcome. There was no logic to that. No logic at all. Okay, so people, you should enter this giveaway. We are giving away 4 prize packs, and all you need to do is put the word devoured, DEVOURED, in the chat one time. There's 7 people in there, but there's 15 people watching. Anyways, while we wait for the video to catch up to that and you all to put your name in the chat and get these super cool things, let's talk about the prizes again. First off is a copy of The Darkest House. Second is $25 to Monte Cook Games. Third is a month of Roll20 Pro, so you can have super cool things like I've got. And fourth, and with each of the first 3, is $10 to Modiphius Entertainment, which you could be using to basically double your value by getting $10 towards like Achtung Cthulhu and $10 towards saving elephants. If you weren't here for the intro, that might be confusing. But Modiphius Entertainment is selling copies of their previous edition of Achtung Cthulhu, the 6th edition of Call of Cthulhu, or of Savage Worlds, at a heavily discounted price. And every dollar sold there, they are matching to a charity to save wildlife. So, you know, that's super cool. Some other
if you don't enter the draw, you hate elephants.
I mean, that's just logic. That's how that
I feel
is.
like Modiphius should make a game called Saving Elephants.
Saving elephants and punching Nazis?
Yeah.
It'd be a good game.
The best combination of things.
And I'm going to vamp for one more minute and just say, if you're joining us because you like Twitch or you like giveaways, maybe you'd also be interested in listening to us in your ears with the headphones on the podcast variety. Let's see. This Friday is the 1st, which means we are putting out an episode because we do monthly one-shot actual plays. So this Friday... Oh, we lost one. This Friday, we are going to be putting out the Iron Kingdoms RPG episode, which is using the 2012 version of the game, not the newly released 5e compatible Kickstarter one, Requiem. But that's coming later. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3 of the players here were on that game playing Iron Kingdoms RPG. All right, I vamped.
Yes.
Yeah. I vamped for a minute and we got no more entries. So we are closing this giveaway down, friends, and we are going to do our draws. So, where's my notes? For my notes. Giveaways. The giveaway is closed. With 7 entries. All right, first draw. So this is for a copy of The Darkest House plus $10 to Modiphius Entertainment. Congratulations to Broshu44.
Congrats. Enjoy scaring all your friends.
I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, all right. Congratulations. That's super cool. For all these giveaways, I will get in touch with you probably tomorrow over Twitch, so check your messages. Draw number 2 for $25 to Monte Cook Games and $10 to Modiphius Entertainment is Lalandrius. Congratulations,
Whoa,
Lalandrius.
whoa. Now you can buy The Darkest House.
Now you can buy The Darkest House for a hefty discount. All right. Third draw. This is 1 month of Roll20 Pro plus $10 to Modiphius Entertainment. Kajorlian.
Yay!
Congratulations. And our final giveaway of the Shadows and Starlight campaign, this 9-episode one-shot that we've been doing, 3 episodes a month since the beginning of summer. Final giveaway. Trajan the Ruthless. Congratulations.
Yay, 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 yay!
All right. So, again, I will get in touch with all of you over Twitch Messenger and disseminate to you your prizes. Congratulations. And thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
And I mean, we're going to say a whole bunch of thank yous at the end of the episode. But thank you again to Modiphius Entertainment, Monte Cook Games, and Roll20 for donating giveaways for us to just have some fun and, make watching even more fun for you. All right. So, we're back. Some of you are wounded. You step out of the armory and into this sitting room, which has a lovely picture, which I will now share.
Forgot the badness going on.
What badness?
Especially like the word being scratched into the frame.
There's more pictures? Dear God.
So here's the picture of the sitting room. Lovely couch, an old clock. You're actually coming slightly off center. You're coming from the right hand of this picture and not quite looking. But anyways, no, what's happened is somebody's put the phone in the wrong place. But that's fine. That's just art versus writing games. You step into this sitting room and you can just feel this dustiness, this coldness, this aloneness. And that feeling is, just it's familiar, but it's lonely. And of course, that's when the phone rings.
Fuck, that scared me again.
Well, bloody hell. Would somebody get that as Meezra starts pulling knives out of herself?
Lieutenant Commander Iris, how may I direct your call?
All right. Lieutenant Commander Iris lifts the phone. Who programmed you? Do you have? You don't need to come up with a name, but you could just come up with a description of the person who perhaps designed your program.
Great question. I'm thinking an older woman. I'm actually kind of modeled along her, just from a physicality perspective. So a little bit older, maybe 50s-ish, early 60s, silver hair. Yeah. Kind voice, but firm.
I'm sorry to relate that she did unfortunately pass a couple of years ago. Iris is well aware of this. There was nothing sort of heinous or undesirable about it, just sometimes people pass. But it is her voice on the other end. And she says, Iris, Lieutenant Commander, congratulations on the rank.
Thank you. Where are you?
That's not something I want to talk about.
That is fair. May I ask why you called?
I can reach you.
Please explain.
You are somewhere closer.
I'm just gonna pull the phone away from my ear. Would anyone else like to talk to her?
Who's her?
Who are you talking to?
My, let's say mother, Joyeh. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Joyeh. With Starfleet. Do you need assistance?
All you hear is static. just...
Iris, I think she hung up. What did she... I'll just hang up phone. Did she say anything important? Like
I want to take it back and be like, are you still there?
You also...
That was
just
my friend
also-
Joyeh.
You're static.
Nope, she's gone.
You hang up the phone.
What did she say? Did she say anything about how we could end this holo program?
She said she could reach me.
Oh, is she like on another ship?
No, she died a couple of years ago.
Oh, cool.
Yes, quite.
And Zach says, I don't like that. I think we should get out of here. Can we get out of here?
I agree with Zach's assessment of the situation. It would be best if we removed ourselves.
You came in through this door, and there's another door to the right. The telephone is on the desk right here, and the portrait is above this sort of bar area.
Although I am inclined to explore the room just in case we find anything, because just in case this house hasn't been willing to let us go until it's ready to let us go. So,
Meezra, do you want me to do a quick child eye scan?
yeah.
Look with your elf eyes.
I do have to establish one other thing. It turns out that the art was 100% correct. The cell phone is underneath the portrait, directly across from you. There are a stack of papers on this table here that I thought was the rotary phone. Did I say cell phone?
You did.
I'm just used to saying cell phone. Who says phone anymore? Whatever. Stack of papers to the right. Portrait there. Telephone there. Door to the right.
I don't want to go back through the door we just came in from.
Nope.
I'll investigate the papers.
Okay.
And I'll look around with my child eyes.
All right.
I would like to investigate the phone a little further, but like
Yeah, I'll help you with that.
hologram, determining like where that is connected to.
I'll use my technical... Oh no, it's ringing again. I'll use my technical expertise to answer the phone, I guess.
All right. So first, we're going to go to the table and look at the papers. There's a couple of sort of papers with just random notes on it, just the sort of things that somebody might write down as they were reading a book or a newspaper. Nothing seems to be of interest. But the table does have a single drawer.
Open it and look.
Inside, there is a small black leather address book.
I'll grab it.
If you flip through the address book, you see that it's got about a dozen names. They all seem to be pretty non-remarkable, except when you flip to a page and it has Dr. Meezra Bars and your quarters listed on the USS Artemis.
What the crap?
You keep flipping and you see everybody else here in this room. Their quarters are listed as well.
We are apparently very well known to this house.
I hate that.
So, was the next thing answering the phone?
It's like those old social medias from the 20th century. Like, it's so invasive.
20th century.
I feel like Agala should answer, and while she does that, I can try and like trace the call.
Perfect.
This time, there's something else on the other end.
Lieutenant Commander. Did it say something about eyes?
What the actual fuck? It whispered you should probably hide.
Okay,
Ah.
everybody quiet. I'll play it one more time.
Mother is very
I totally missed the first part, but yeah, that last
Mother
part
is very cross. You should probably hide.
At which point, the door
Yep.
behind you opens. And a large, full-bodied woman in a thick dress storms into the room.
God.
I love that she's just called Monstrous Woman.
Her face is a skull, and crawling all over her are the upper bodies of skeletal children. As she moves into the room, her dress flowing back and forth, the children crawl up and look over her shoulder, and she adjusts them like you would a pet. She's holding one of them and caressing it. And she says,
Oh.
"You're leaving me, aren't you? Leaving your mother and never looking back.
Yep.
How
Yep.
Yep, we're out
dare
of here.
you?"
Run, run, run.
And she reaches out and she grabs Zach Dunn and pulls him close to her. And she says, "Mother will keep you."
Well, he's dead now. Let's go.
Zach!
And Zach goes, "Ah, no, no." And he's fighting and pushing. What do you do?
You know what? We've got to rescue the commander. He's the XO. I'm gonna tackle her.
Let's just rip him out of her grasp and run.
Yep. Tackle her, get her to drop Zach, and run away.
Okay, one of you can attack her if you like.
I will do that. With my spirit of violence.
Sounds good.
This works out really well for a Klingon.
Yup.
I would also assume my hand-to-hand combat helps with this.
Yes, absolutely.
Again, with the double ones. So that's an 8, and then a 3 on the house die.
Okay, so an 8 and even count pulling on the house would not be enough to affect her. But as you leap forward, like, are you like hand to hand, kind of like fighting and punching and scratching at her?
I was going for full body tackle, just like
yeah.
knock her down, but
So you slam into her and she moves back like a half an inch and she howls and whines, "You never loved me. You'll miss me when I'm gone."
foolish woman, this is how Klingons show love.
Would anybody else like to do anything?
I can try a hand-to-hand to tug. Is that what you were going to do too, Meezra?
No, I was going to run for the door.
Alright, yeah, you do door. I'm going to do like a tug.
Okay. As Meezra turns towards the other door in the room, you see that it is the holodeck doors.
Oh my goodness. Everyone! We gotta get out of here. Grab Zach and the doors are right here.
And Meezra moves forward and the holodeck doors open. You can see outside is the hull. The ship, the USS Artemis, is right there.
Cool, can I roll?
Yes, go ahead. You're gonna try and pull Zach out of there.
Yeah, I am. 15. With a 1 on the house die.
Nice. That is a success. You grab him and you pull, and she is strong, and she is holding him, and you can see his face starting to turn purple as she's crushing him, but you pull him free, and he hits the ground, and he scrabbles towards you. And she goes, No, my children.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like throw our weight back out the door.
Everyone, out, let's go.
Holoprogram can't survive outside.
Sorry, what was that, Cierra?
Holoprograms can't survive outside of the holodeck.
Yeah. All right. And everybody's running out.
I would like to do a quick thing first.
Okay.
Can I do the thing where I like connect with the holodeck, like the house through the holodeck, and kind of like connect on an emotional level? And I want to say, it's time for us to leave. You raised us well, Mother. It's time for us to go out into the world.
Okay. Make a. What do you have for like negotiation or diplomacy type skills or ratings?
Hold on one. I mean, I've got to focus on composure if that does anything.
Sure, let's add it in. I mean, this is the finale of the game.
Cool. So is that how many d6 is that?
So you roll your 3d6, one of which should be the house die, and you add the non-house dice together with the rating for your composure.
I have no idea what the rating for my composure is. It just says composure.
It should have a number beside it, shouldn't it?
I've got a 2 next to task roll, which is in the dice roller section. Is that it?
Oh, I see. You're looking at the wrong character sheet. You're looking at the Star Trek sheet instead of the Darkest House one.
Right.
Okay, where? Iris. Here we are. Composure 4.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's 10 without the house die and with my composure.
Okay, so
And
that
the house die is 5.
so that is not a success, but if you call on the house, you will succeed.
Do it. Do it.
You do it.
Considering how injured you are, probably.
Ooh.
The doors are right there. What could happen?
Nothing.
I don't trust the doors.
I also don't
Okay.
trust the doors.
And you say that, and Mother drops down to her knees, and she begins to weep, and she says, "Alone, alone. They leave me alone." And you can see the skeletal children sort of crawl up, and one of them puts its hand along her face. She pushes it away.
Now I feel bad for her.
No, don't feel bad. Close the door.
Mm-mm.
I want to give her a
Well,
hug. I really want to give her a hug. Look
No.
at her.
No.
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 Davor.
If you must show love, show it in the Klingon way.
But I'm not Klingon.
Okay.
Sounds painful.
Way.
So at this point, Meezra is out. Zach can take an action and get out. Joyeh and Iris are not. And Ag-Allah attacked, so not. So Davor Chumak has the next action.
See, I don't know, because I was gonna attack, and then with the doors there, I was gonna leave. But I really do feel bad. Like, you did too good a job of making me feel bad for this monster mommy.
You can stay here forever if you like.
I mean,
Pretty
when,
sure
we first,
Jorah has.
when we first walked into the room, my instinct was to go lay down on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I want to lay down on the couch.
I don't know how Davor's still alive.
That's
I don't know.
definitely how your corpse ends up in the other room.
In lying, yeah. In the lying in state. So Davor lies down on the couch. Cool.
Yeah, I have the utmost faith in my crewmates that this problem will be solved. I also don't trust those doors. I don't think that's the real Artemis out there.
All right.
I don't either, but it's better than in here.
But look at this couch. It's so comfortable.
It's
and only a little bit of blood on it.
Yeah, it's got some questionable stains.
Just a little bit of housekeeping. Grace, you did call on the house, so add another doom to your character sheet. So that was +1 in the armory and +1 here. Davor lies down, and everybody has taken an action. Like, Zach and Meezra are out and saying, "Come on, let's go." Zach, at least. And Mother, who now gets an action, stands up, dries a tear from her skull face, and walks over to Davor on the couch. And she leans down and takes a hand and pushes it over his face and says, "You'll stay here forever, son." And she begins to suffocate you.
Well, I'm going to start phasering her from the other room.
You can attempt to fight back, because this one is an attack. So you can make a defense.
Oh. Okay. I will defend with up my pointy thing, my Ushan.
Pull the Ushan Tor up against her arm.
Yeah, I'll just try to cut her hand off.
All right.
Effective.
Yeah, go ahead. She has a rating of 7. So you need to get a 14.
Okay. So is that my hand-to-hand?
Yes, that would be.
I rolled a 6 and a 4 plus a 4. That is 14.
What?
And the house rolled a 4.
Yay!
That's fantastic. You cut her hand right off as she's leaning down towards you, and she rears back and says, "No, betrayed by my blood." And she just backwards walks through the door. Like the super
you guys
fast.
thought I was... You guys thought I was giving up, but I was just playing possum to give all my friends a chance to get out. You're welcome. That's why I am the security chief. Tactical genius. All right. Let's
Meezra is just like standing there with her phaser, like
snarling, angry, just like, I was gonna tackle her some more. You're an idiot.
All right. So she does her creepy, like, super run backwards through the other door, and you head through the doors and back out to the USS Artemis. The holodeck doors close behind you. You're all catching your breath out in the hallway. And Lieutenant Commander Iris looks down at her emitter. Notices that it looks stained. It looks like the metal is aged. Something from the last time that you called on the aid of the house infected the circuits. You don't know why or what it's done, but there's something that you're taking away from this house.
I've doomed us all.
Sit down and let me examine that.
Haunted ship. Haunted ship.
Iris, I think it's okay. I mean, we've all taken stuff out of the holodeck, which should be impossible. So, I mean, if we're doomed, I don't think it was you. Wait, is all of life just a holoprogram? Has everything been a lie?
The entire time.
computer simulation.
Computer, please report life signs from us.
Please.
The computer responds. Life signs confirmed. Heart rates are a little elevated. Perhaps report to sickbay.
You know what? That is what I wanted to hear from the computer.
And I don't know where to put you. Let's do just the ship. Because you're out.
Okay. Do you guys want to go to the bar? Like, should we...
First stop, we are all heading to the med bay so that I can give us all a thorough examination. And then yes.
Fair enough. There was a lot of stabbing.
Yeah, you're just full of knives still.
I'm currently full of stab wounds. I would like to go and fix myself up, you know.
We'll go to the med bay to fix the stab wounds, to the bar, and then back to the med bay for the alcohol poisoning.
Yep.
I love
I'm
that plan.
gonna sit Iris down and thoroughly examine her hollow emitter.
Yes,
In the
Pepper
med
needs
bay?
tech support at some point.
Yeah, you can examine her in the med bay with us.
Yep.
There you go. We'll just move you over like so.
Swear to God, if you have like a keyed up med bay full of blood, I'm gonna be very upset with you.
I've got the med bay right there. There's no blood. I could find blood. You want blood?
No, that's okay. No, I'm good.
All right. So, oh, that's why, because I'm on the wrong roll 20. You all get to the med bay. You begin to run tests. Everybody is exhausted, wounded, has suffered trauma, but you don't seem permanently affected by whatever has happened based on scans.
Well, we appear on the surface to be not in too bad of shape, but I am ordering all of us to weekly sessions with Andrew until he clears us.
And I am ordering us to weekly drinks starting right now.
That I can also agree to.
You heard? You just said it.
All right.
Computer, please locate Lieutenant Commander Jurna Kolrami.
Lieutenant Commander Jurna Kolrami is not on the ship.
Oh no.
They stayed with their lovely curator.
It seems that way.
Sir, maybe we should check with the computer if anybody else is on the ship.
Yeah, have we seen anybody else on our way down to Medbay? And
Yes, as you go through the ship, you see various other people. They all seem fine and completely unaffected by what you've gone through.
okay, good.
Peter?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
How many life signs are on the USS Artemis currently?
Life signs on the USS Artemis.
I like that he's looking it up, because then the answer isn't 5.
319.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. 1,319.
See, I thought you were going to go, oh wait, hang on, 5.
There are 320 officers and 1,000 enlisted crew. So.
I don't have a life sign, guys. It's fine.
So, starting... everybody, if you just want to hold up on a hand how many Doom you have.
Did we get Doom just for showing up there today?
Not today.
Okay.
We got 1, 3, 2, 4, 2. So let's start with number 1. Everybody can epilogue their characters a little bit, and I will give you a jumping off point with the amount of Doom you have. So, Alex, you have 1 Doom. Lieutenant Meezra suffers from terrible nightmares and night terrors, but you can go ahead and epilogue for her.
Okay, so Meezra suffers from the nightmares, and she revisits the knife room, the knife face a lot, having actually very physically affected her. She was not a fan, and that seems to haunt her dreams quite a bit, making it hard to sleep. And so she's not 100% on duties for the next little while, but she feels like every once in a while she'll be going into a new room and she'll just expect there to be some completely random place, and so she's kind of surprised then she enters a room and it's kind of where she expects to be. Okay, we're good.
And goes to a couple of counseling sessions with Andrew.
Absolutely.
Okay. We had 2 people with 2 doom, correct? All right. Who wants to go first? Ag-Ala or Iris?
Ag-Ala can go first.
All right.
What's happening with 2?
Sorry. 1 to 2 is the same. So Ag-Ala and Iris would also have terrible nightmares and night terrors. So I might change that a little bit for the hologram, but for Chief Engineer, still with the nightmares and the night terrors.
At this point, honestly, she's kind of used to it. Continues to work too much, drink too much, but now her nightmares include Durna disappearing. That haunts her. This is part of her family, and she couldn't save them. And still just so angry at this stupid holodeck for being broken.
And how does having this blessing of violence change her?
I mean, does it? Does it just make her more the way she already was? Because she was already pretty prone to punching things if they made her mad.
Now she's just even better. She is the undisputed warrior on this ship.
I fully just sparring with Lieutenant Chumak for fun at this point. You're the only one who can hold your own against me. Taking up the bottleth in her spare time.
All right. For Lieutenant Commander Iris, for you, I don't know, I'll ask you, do you think Iris dreams?
I don't know if it's coherent dreams. It may just be impressions and snippets processed almost like lines of code.
Mm-hmm. And there's something wrong with the code. Every so often it gets into loops, or it gets into dark spaces that are just painful. You come out of your dormant cycles earlier, feeling agitated and as if something is wrong.
Yes, definitely. And I will go to my therapy sessions and I will be forthcoming and dutiful and going for as long as they tell me to, but I will never once mention that it was my mother's voice on the phone. And then at odd hours of the day and night, people passing by the holodeck might see me doing external diagnostics, and I won't go in again.
And your holo emitter, that anytime you are off the ship and relying only on that holo emitter, you begin to notice shadows out of the corner of your eye, sort of moving along beside you.
And I start to leave the ship less and less often.
right. 3 doom. That's you, Jen.
Yeah.
David, how much did you have?
4.
4. Okay. So 3 doom. A lingering haunting with some spirit or spirits plaguing the character's life. So, something from the house followed you out and has stayed with you, and you can define what that is as you epilogue.
Oh, do you know what it is?
What is
Is it the maggot faces?
It's the maggot faces. It's the kids
Oh.
from the bone room.
Yep.
Yeah, it's yep. I don't want to talk about it too much, but it happens. Like they're always there, kind of in the corner of my eye. But Joyeh continues to flake out on shifts, and constantly flakes out on her counseling sessions, not because she means to, but because her lack of sleep, she's displacing time. And she takes up painting, and she paints portrait upon portrait upon portrait upon portrait of Cierra, each getting more and more disturbing, hoping that one day she'll paint one perfect enough that she can trade to get Cierra back.
Interesting.
The question is, will Cierra want to come back?
That's true.
Very cool. All right. And David, for Davor, same thing. Something followed you out. It is 3 to 4, so a lingering haunting. What followed Davor Chumak out of the house?
Ooh, that's a interesting question. I guess what... You see, things have sort of been following me out of the house for a while. I've had 4 doom for a bit. I guess it shifts a lot. I guess most recently it would be the image of the mother at the very end there. And I sort of keep having, I don't want to say visions, I guess dreams or nightmares of seeing myself in the coffin with my mother standing there crying over me, and it's really bugging me out. I am not going to any therapy sessions. Not because I'm flaking out, but because I never had any intention of going. And when we meet up for our weekly drinks, afterwards when we all split up, I actually go back to holodeck 3 and go in just to see what's happening in there. And I'm always a little bit relieved and a little bit disappointed that it's not the house and it's just a regular holodeck.
So, that's a great jumping off because Iris did say that she never goes back. Chumak says he does go back. I was going to ask, does anybody go back and try to get into the house? Or if the house appears, do you ever try and get back in?
I do. She hates it, but she can't help it.
I'm obsessively trying to fix it and see what went wrong, so I absolutely do.
Yeah, no, Joyeh wants to know how to make it stop, because it's just gotta all be computers. Like, there's just...
So, the answer, of course, is the house is still there. And it is still calling crew in. And whenever you report it to somebody who hasn't been there, they never seem to remember the conversation, or they put it off. You end up talking to other people who have wandered through the house, and they've reported it. Some have sat down and spoken with the captain. and the captain has believed them and put a team on it, and the work orders disappear. The work doesn't happen. The captain forgets about it. It's only people who have doom who can continue to remember that there's something wrong with Holodeck 3.
Cool, so we're gonna blow up the ship, right?
Oops, need a new ship, but not before we rescue Derna from the curator.
Oh, Egala, you put on self-destruct and it's unreversible? Oh no!
That's good. Can you scrap from this ship, and all that will be left will just be Holodeck 3, and they'll just put that in the new ship.
And possibly Iris's hollow emitter.
Oh, sorry. Also that.
Don't forget the puka shell necklace.
Yes.
It's a cursed object.
Just have this puka shell necklace floating through space.
Yeah, it's not because of the house that the puka shell is cursed. Inherently.
Maybe the puka shell started the whole thing.
It definitely did. You're correct.
It's all
yes.
Zach's fault.
All right. Well, that is the end of Star Trek Adventures, Shadows and Starlight.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Good game, everybody. 9 sessions on Twitch with all of this fancy stuff that we're getting better at and having fun with.
Good job. Thank you. I mean,
Of course.
I don't do anything fancy. Just show up.
Does anybody want to say anything before I start running down all of the various thank yous and goodbyes?
I mean, I just want to thank you for letting me play. That's about it.
Thank you for coming. I mean, I'll start there. I mean, we had so many players who jumped in over these last 9 sessions. This was an experiment, the West Marches style, where everybody just, the players get to choose what adventure we're doing. And it worked great. It was a lot of fun. And it was cool to have repeat characters and to switch the crew out. Great success. So thank you to these 5 players, you 5 players who are currently here, and thank you to all of the other players who played throughout this show.
Yeah.
Of course, thanks to Roll20 for sponsoring, because you're amazing. Thank you, Roll20. Thank you, Roll20, Modiphius, and Monte Cook Games for donating giveaways. So generous. So incredibly generous. Modiphius gave us, what, like over $100 to give? More than. 3 in the first
Wow.
week. So that was
25 times 9?
Monte Cook Games did the 25 times 9.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, but Modiphius did 30 for the first 3, and then 20 for the next 6, except we did 40 in the last one. Like lots and lots of money given away for people to buy games and play games and have fun. And Monte Cook Games, $25 every episode and 3 copies of The Darkest House. Thank you for supporting us and for sharing all these cool things to these viewers. I guess that's pretty much it. Follow Skyhammer Press on Twitter at SkyhammerK or on Instagram at Skyhammer Press. There's a Patreon, patreon.com/SkyhammerPress. And the podcast is Massive Damage Adventures on everything. It's on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, whatever podcast things you listen on. It's probably there. And if it isn't, shoot me a message on Twitter or Twitch, and I'll probably find a way to get it there. And then all of the VODs for Star Trek Adventures, Shadows and Starlight are available on YouTube at Skyhammer Press. And yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yay!
Viewers. What does the future hold? Who knows? Follow on Twitter to find out if we're doing more stuff, because we'll probably do more stuff, on Twitch. And of course the podcast is coming out. We're starting to record season 5 next month, which will start coming out in January, but one-shots every month. Thank you again. If you take away anything from this, play The Darkest House, play Star Trek. They're super cool games. All right. Good night, and thank you for playing with us. Off to credits.
Ooh.